Hey, what's up guys? Before I start this video, I'd like to read a letter that was sent to me by a customer. I get some letters sometimes, and check this out. Dear ArtPrimo, I'm 15 years old and started writing graffiti when I was just 12. I'm a big fan of your online store and your dope-ass YouTube channel with the Green Ranger. Whenever I need cans, markers, stickers, mops, I come to you. You give honest reviews, and you really do listen to your customers. You've inspired me to not quit and work to improve my styles and technique. Without your reviews and products, I honestly would be lost, as I live in a suburb in a city that I won't mention. And kids here, they just don't really write, or they just don't understand it. At least the girls like it though. That's right, chicks dig graffiti. Without you guys, I don't think I would have kept writing graffiti. I might have just quit. Don't ever quit. Don't ever quit. These stickers I have sent you aren't my best. I was very sick these past few days, and I was a little on the shaky side. But I was wondering if you can send me some awesome stickers back. Thanks! Of course, little homie, definitely sending you some stickers. This is why I do it, guys. For the kids, not for the professionals that come here begging for cans, for the kids that get 1 or 2 cans from me. This is our future. This is who we are working for, the youth.
Is beside you and young vamp upon the beads. Light a fat blunt and get educated.
Oh, hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back. Hope you guys have been doing good on this historic day. Got a new president, so I thought I'd make a video. We could chat a little bit about things. Got a little piece here. It says 7, and for those of you wondering what that means, I just like the word. I like the letters, actually. It's bottom line. It's what I like the letters. I like the S, I like the E's, I like the N, I like the V. You know, it just kind of works for me. So I'm going to mess around with that name for a bit here. But reason why I did this piece, this style, is I wanted to show you guys a few different ways you can do letters. Oh, by the way, we have left the winter of toydom, and we are now going to enter the spring of ascension. So, well, come with me, and we are going to grow together in this world of graffiti. So, anyways, so what I have here is, you know, basic piece, utilizing a few different styles, and I'll kind of talk about how I sketched them out. What I used was a Sakura 125. It's a 0.5 millimeter marker. I know I say I like the 0.7s, but I just happen to have this on me. You can use either or. But anyways, so about the letter styles. So when I do this, I wanted to showcase a few different looks, and that way you can kind of decide for yourself what you think style means to you. Because everyone's style is relative, right? You know, you can criticize somebody for having bad can control, or not being able to paint straight, or and there's a certain level of toydom that everyone starts out with, you know, but you may not like somebody's style, but and there are aesthetics that are commonly used, and they're conventions, I guess, but the bottom line is, style is a very subjective thing, and if you like a certain thing and you really believe in it, then just run with it, you know what I mean? So anyways, this piece utilizes some things you've probably seen before. To paint the S, all I did was just basically a throwy style S, and then I just added a bit to it. The E, as you can see, is very fonty, literally out of like a font book. The V is kind of like a 90s kind of funky, old school LA style V, as you can see. And the E is very much the old school New York style. And then the N is like more of a shardy style. And the way I drew them is, as you can see the little sketch lines here, is I usually start with the major bars first, add the bits to them, and then add the little doodads. Same thing with the V right here. You know, it's very loose and free. You know, it's throwy style. Pop, pop, pop. The N was built off of the bottom of the E, but as you can see, it's very shardy, using very, very sharp lines. And you know, these are all different techniques that you can use. And maybe we can go into that a little bit in the future. But again, I just wanted to show you some ideas of how you can utilize letters and, you know, make a piece of graffiti. So my Frankenstein piece is what it is. So let me go ahead and start erasing all this stuff that we have here, and we'll start filling in with some cool colors. All right, sick. So now we've got most of this stuff erased. Now we can move on to the next step, which will be the splash. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I have my camera set up a different way. Hopefully we have better audio and a better view for you guys in the video. So, you know, as you guys know, my videos are all about perspective and reality, and we're going to experience some of that today. All right, so let me go ahead and get this going here. I think for my splash, I'm going to use this pink. This is a Copic marker, RV11. It's just plain old pink. So I'm going to go ahead and start lacing that around the edge there. And you guys remember with the splash, it's whatever you want to do. You're your own grandpa. All right. Get that going through. Oh, also, I'm listening to Trappin' in Heaven by Emotional Tokyo. This is on YouTube. Trappin' in Heaven by Emotional Tokyo. This is my go-to cut these days. Very great mix. I rather enjoy it. All right, so we got that laced in. Let's go ahead and start coloring our splash in. And you can use the wet on wet technique if you like to get the best color fill here. Although the way that this camera set up is not the most comfortable for me right now. Already I'm feeling that this perspective needs a little bit of work. Soon we will find the perspective that works for us, or maybe we'll just keep searching. We'll just keep looking for that new perspective out there in the world. So, all right, so just bear with me while I fill this stuff in here. I didn't erase this the best way, but that's okay. We're just having a little fun, right? You know, honestly, like, I make these videos so I can come talk to you guys, go directly to the people. No filters, no manufacturers telling me what to do, what to say. It's just me and you hanging out, drawing in our sketchbooks like we're homies at home. And that's why I get really hyped when you guys send me stuff via Instagram, man. You guys are always telling me about your life and shit, and you know, it's just really tight, man. You guys are out there doing tons of art all over the world. So proud of you guys. Well, I should have done a better job erasing for this video. Yeah, whatever. That's what paint pens are for, guys. That's what paint pens are for. Anyways, so I guess we can talk about the elephant in the room, right? The literal elephant. Trump just got inaugurated. I was at the shop yesterday talking to some kids. And I guess they were talking about going to the protests and stuff, and you know, kids will do stuff. That's what kids do. I'm not going to tell them not to go, although I will say that their protests are a little premature. We don't know what Trump's going to do. We really don't. You guys have no idea. I'd say give him about a year and see what happens. Because right now, well, and we literally avoided a war by not electing Hillary, because if you guys want to talk about that, I can really go into depth about that someday. But essentially we had competing pipelines going through Syria, and oh, picked up a little bit of ink there. And it was a big mess. It's just a big mess. But anyways, let's go ahead and get this colored in real quick. Trying to go quickly here, because I got a big day ahead of me here. Am I blocking the camera? No, I'm not blocking the camera. Well, I don't know. I mean, I know some of you guys out there are really nervous about what's going to happen in the next year. I just need to remind you guys that we have something called a separation of power in our country, and there's really no way for Trump to literally become Hitler, even if he wanted to be Hitler. And about that too, I mean, you have to keep in mind that the media has been lying to us this whole election. I mean, the media lies all the time, but it's on a whole new level right now, and it's really unfortunate because people don't know what's right or wrong oftentimes, you know? Unless you really keep up with what's going on, you have a really hard time getting a bead on what's really going on in the country. And maybe we should do like a live thing one day. You guys can call in and we can talk about that stuff, because I would be more than happy to discuss these things with you guys, because like I said, I love politics. I love them. There was an old man I used to know. He said, if you don't do politics, politics will do you. And that's such a great quote, you know, because it's true. You know, if you're not involved, it's going to happen without you regardless. So you better pick a side and make a move, guys. Pick a side and make a move. All right, so the splash I'm going to outline with Middle Shock Blue. We were going to do a year in review video, but I got sick. And we had to move the warehouses and stuff, so I don't know, maybe the timeline's off. I don't know if it's even worth doing a New Year thing at this point. But it would be kind of fun to kind of go back and talk about all the stuff that happened last year. So maybe in a future video we can talk about that, because I have a very, you know, I like to talk about perspective. I have a very unique perspective of what happened this year. And, you know, maybe we could talk about that. All right, dope. So if you guys are interested or have any questions, just comment on the YouTube video, man. Ask me some questions. I want to hear what you have to say. Like I said, you guys have a voice. Don't forget that. All right. What did we do here? So we did that outline in the blue. I think I might put some dots in the splash, but we won't get to that yet. Okay, let's start filling it in. And I have a Copic Sketch 2 in YG07. It's called Acid Green. I don't know how opaque it is.
I'm so damn high.
Oh yeah, it looks good. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of things like last year. Probably one of my favorite things was the Soulja Boy beef. Oh my god, that shit was so funny. That Draco shit. Good grief. Oh, I love this part. I'm so hot, I'm trapping in Spanish. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and fill this in, and then we'll get to the next step in just a second here. Alright, so I went ahead and fast forwarded a little bit through the fill because it just takes so long.
Try me if you think I'm bullshit.
But basically the thing is you want to use what's called a wet on wet technique. So see, as I'm overlapping, you get a much more nice opaque line with it. My only beef...
Everything starts from now.
Oh, I gotta talk so loud.
Ain't no one man above the crew. You know that shit.
That's true. Ain't no man above the crew. Actually, you guys don't need to be in crews anymore. You guys need to be professional muralists. You guys need to be charging your clients up the ass for paint, pocketing all that extra paint, and doing graffiti with it. That's what you should be doing. Remember, you gotta drop that poverty mindset, guys. You gotta drop it. All right, so I went ahead and got that filled in. As you can see, I got a little bit of a mess up right here. I accidentally dragged the Copic nib over that, and this is an alcohol-based marker. It's a water-based outline, and as you can see, it definitely affects it. So be careful when you're bumping those edges, but it happens to the best of us, so no worries if you do. Let me get this a little bit more opaque over here. I had to actually go grab another marker because the other one ran dry, which is really strange. This Copic, I only used it, it's a YG07 Acid Green. I only used it 3 times and it's already dry. I'm not gonna dirty Mac on Copic. I mean, it might just be a fluke, but I thought that was kind of interesting. People love Copics, and I'm definitely in the minority if I say I don't like them. So honestly, I do like them. They're actually good markers. But I was definitely unhappy with this running dry so quickly. This one is working great though. All right, so we got our green fill. Let's move on to the next step. I think I'm gonna put some dots in the splash back here. I think I'm gonna use that same blue. I really like that blue. We'll put some dots in here. What's this on the nib? One thing you gotta remember with these markers is to clean the nib off, because sometimes they'll start to pill up a little bit. And no big deal, just put a bunch of dots. I'm a big fan of the dots myself. Some people don't like them. They think it looks too old school. Personally, I don't think you could ever look too old school. Old school's tight. So yeah, go ahead and just start putting this in like this. I know you can do it. Or you can do something else. You do you. Go ahead and put those in there. Yep, looking good, looking good. Yo, I gotta tell you guys, this whole like saxophone, lo-fi trap thing they got going lately. Oh, man, it's so good. I should start writing Kenny G. That'd be such a dope name. Alright, so let's go ahead and finish this up. Ooh, pour me one. I'll take a sip of that.
Smoky Houdini.
Smoky Houdini.
You are listening to Artesian music.
Ooh! Now I'm about to get my groove. There it is. I was waiting for it. Holy shit, guys. Oh. That's what I was waiting for. You know, sometimes it's so hard to get in the groove to do these videos. Like, I'm just like, oh, what am I gonna talk about? Like, I feel like I haven't really talked about anything this whole video so far. But it's just like, I just want to be with you guys and make this, you know, make it happen. So I hope I didn't like force my way through the first part. But, you know, I'm learning here. I'm learning with you guys. You're learning how to do graffiti. And I'm learning how to make media. And together, we're gonna make graffiti great again. Aren't we, guys? We're gonna do that. Alright, so let's go ahead and fill this in. Yo, is this cut like that most epic cut right now? Is this the most epic cut? I think it is. Yo, if you guys got some music you want me to listen to or play, or actually if you're a producer, you know, local producer, or you're even like a rock band, or fuck, if you do opera, I'll fucking play anything, man. You hit me up, man. Hit us up on the email, you know, artprimo.com@gmail.com. You hit me up at dan@artprimo.com. Send me your music. I would love to play it in a video, man. I'd love to hear what you got to say. Punk rock, hip hop, country, I don't give a fuck. You guys know I love all music, all perspectives. We're here. We here united, homie. We're united. All right, so there we go. I think we're done with the dots, the dot matrix, looking pretty good. Let's go ahead and start working on our fill. I'm gonna have to fix that part on the top, that's for sure. But that's okay, we got some dope colors here. Let's see, what's this peach? Is this peach? Looks like it. Check it and make sure it's got a flow going. I think this marker's empty. Let me get another color, hold on. All right, so we're gonna start doing some doodads. I got this peach colored Molto marker, number 117. So I'm just gonna be doing some kind of like bit things inside the fill here. And this should offset nicely with the green. I think it should look pretty nice. And remember, these videos are just for me to show you product. Maybe the color won't be the best color combo. Actually, I think it will be. But I want you guys to see what they look like. You know what I'm saying? So let me go ahead and start putting some of these in here. Did you guys watch the inauguration this morning? I hope you did. It's actually really good. But yeah, I know you guys don't like Trump. I get it. You're not supposed to like the grown-up guys in politics. But we'll see. Let's give them a year and see what happens. If we don't have jobs and the economy's falling apart, then yeah, you can protest them. But I'm still pretty confident that you guys is protesting him is pretty premature. We'll see what happens. Alright, so I'm kind of lacing in the peach right now, just doing some little things and doodads and whatnot. No real rhyme or reason to it. Just adding some stuff in here. Alright. Alright, just a couple bits. I'll probably go back and do another layer over that and do something else, but I'm just going to leave it that way for now. I think we need another color in the fill. Maybe some like doodads and whatnot. Let me find a darker color here. Maybe a purple or something like that. What do you guys think? A purple? Some purple nurple down here. Just for some dots and other things, other shapes. I'm not gonna go too crazy with it. Just to offset the color. Remember, you guys are your own grandpa. You can do whatever you want. I just want to show you what the colors look like. Oh, this is currant, by the way. Probably one of the nicest colors. All right, sick. So we got some little purple dots, some purple nurples up in there. Let's offset that with another shade. So I'm gonna rock this blue, baby blue. I think Molito just calls it light blue. Just gonna do some stars in here, just to add some extra shapes. Probably should wait for the purple to dry because I have a feeling it's gonna drag on it, but whatever, no big deal. We're just drawing. This isn't our most important project for our clients, although I do want you guys to start doing that. So I think this year what we're gonna do is we're gonna start learning about how to set up yourselves with a mural business and how to get clients, how to get paid, and what you need to be doing to get yourself your own rack of paint. Because you can do this stuff, guys. You can be there. You could be just like anyone else doing murals. You don't have to be 10 years into the game doing throw-ups all over the city. I mean, that's fun. I will not deny that it is not fun. It's very fun to do that. I did it. But paint can be expensive, and there are ways to augment your stash. Racking is so 1980s. Now it's about billing your clients and getting your cans. So maybe we'll start talking to some of you kids out there. Honestly, I need you guys to call me and get in touch with me, and we can chit chat about this. All right, so dope. We got the next step in the fill done. Let's move on to the next step. All right, sick. So now we're on the next step. I got some poison green and a 211 marker. I think I'm just gonna do like a thing running through the piece. You know what I'm saying? Like a little poisonous electric line. Maybe make it overlap some of this stuff here. This is just to give it a little bit of character. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that looks good. That's perfect. All right, so now let's move to the next step, which is finishing our 3D. We're gonna have to wait for this to dry before we get to that point. All right, dope. We're at the next step. We're gonna start putting in our 3D. As you can see, I already pre-sketched it out. I like to pre-sketch stuff. I just think it's a lot easier because it's honestly kind of hard for me to talk and do this at the same time. But I'm learning, and you're learning with me. Oh wait, I'm sorry, hold on. Oh my God, that's so tight. I'm watching the Trump protests at the same time I'm playing music. It was kind of synced together for a second there. Let's turn that off. Sorry about that. I like to watch all the happening stuff. So right now there's a protest in DC. I think there's about 500 people there right now protesting the election. And, you know, they have every right to do that. This is America, after all. But again, I still think the protest is a little premature, guys. Really think it is. Give them a year and see what happens. Nevertheless, I still enjoy watching the protest. There was an Antifa guy that tried to pick up a garbage can to throw it, and it was too heavy. He ended up having to roll it. It was really funny. I'm sorry. I can't help it. I'll put it up in a minute. It's really funny. You know, I guess it boils down to this, is I want you to win, I want to win, I want America to win, so I'm just going to have to support this guy. He's our president. Do you want America to fail? I don't want America to fail. Again, give him a year. If he fucks up, if he's literally Hitler, if that happens, I will be right there protesting with you. But I don't think he's going to be. I've always considered him a Democrat light. And I still think he is. He's far too statist for me. But so was Obama, so was Romney, so was all of them. I'm still very much an anarchist. But I'm a right-wing anarchist now, not a left-wing one. I wouldn't say I'm anarcho-capitalist. I'm not that extreme. But I recognize that we need to have a state. I get it. But I want as little government in my life as possible. As little as possible. And I think most of you guys do too. We need to shrink our government. It's too big. So if Trump does that, I'll probably be pretty happy with him. We don't need all these government or, you know, these regulatory boards and programs and stuff. It's just, it gets in the way of people living free lives. And I'm all about living free.
Do you honestly think you're fucking funny?
And I know you guys are too. That's why you do graffiti.
Ugly little cunt, mate. If I ever see you, I'm gonna fucking slit your fucking face.
Whoa. Damn.
Damn.
Yeah. That was one pissed off British guy.
This is a certified hood play.
He kind of sounded like a chav. You guys know what chavs are? They're like the bros of Britain. Don't fuck with the chavs, bro. Don't you fuck with the chavs. Alright. So we'll go ahead and start filling this in. Blah, blah, blah. Alright. Okay.
Rocking you up, fucking you up, my black hole, sucking you up. Back in the days, that nigga used to be ass out. Now a nigga holding several money market accounts. Play the street, and then I put this like to it down. Feeling my groove, my nigga making it back. So it's fair, me and my niggas breaking the bread.
Man, this cut is so good. God, I love it. I think one of these days, I'm just gonna do a Blackbook session at a customer's house. We're just gonna sit at like the kitchen table, get a big 2-liter Coke and some pizza, and just sketch out. I think that'd be tight. We can just film it like that. So I need to talk to some peeps, man. I need to have you guys calling me, because your stories make my stories. And honestly, you kids always tell me the funniest shit, man. Whenever you guys call me on the phone, you always got your gnarly chase stories, or you know, your female conquest stories, or if you're a woman, your male conquest stories, or whatever gender you prefer. Hey, you know what? People like to get laid. Deal with it. Even straight white men like to have sex. Stop being mean to white guys, by the way. They didn't do anything to you. Honestly, we gotta stop blaming other people for our problems in general. It's just it's not productive. You don't create change that way. It's not how you create change, people. All right, so I'm gonna let that dry and we'll move on to our next step. All right, dope, let's get to the next step. We're gonna put some shines on this bad boy. Should we put a halo on it? I don't think it really needs a halo. Let's just rock some shines on this bad boy. All right, just start following your lines. Just make sure you don't do what I did and start with a nib that's fully saturated. But that's okay, we can go back and fix it. We've talked about that before. This should clean up your lines really nicely. Alright guys, that's it. We just have a little 7-piece for you guys to check out. Really enjoyed my time with the markers, and let me give you a little rundown of what we used in this project. First of all, for my fill, I used a Copic. I initially started with the acid green, but it started to get dry on me, so I had to switch up to yellowish green in the Copic marker. Now I'm a little bit concerned because this marker is only about 2 months old and I've only used it on 2 drawings. This might not be indicative of how Copic is, but I just thought I'd like to share that with you guys because I've used graphic markers for years, but never was a big fan of Copic. I like the oil-based graphic markers, the old school ones. Chart Pack, excellent. But these are supposed to be leaders in their field, and they'll probably tell me I did something wrong. So, no disrespect to Copic, but it has to be noted because I need to be honest with you how these markers work. The Molotow markers, as always, they did great. The peach was a little bit off, but if I remember right, I think I had a problem with this nib that dried out. And I had cleaned it with soapy water, but I don't think I'd fully washed the soap out of it. So it might be the reason why I'm having that issue, because it's kind of unusual. This color should cover very, very good. So, again, honesty. The purple, this is the, not Cess Violet anymore. Now it's called Current. One of the best purples you'll ever use. So make sure you get one of these. Middle Shock Blue, need I say more? Poison green. The poison green doesn't cover as good as the other colors. Just keep that in mind, just like the spray paint. But the hue, good lord, the hue is beautiful. And then of course the pastel ceramic, which is one of my favorite baby blues. Excellent choice. And then to finalize everything, I used the double-ended Molotow twin acrylic markers. They performed as expected. And I have to say I'm pretty happy with them. I will be buying the other colors and we will be using them in future videos. So definitely check those out. Anyways, I just want to say thank you to you guys. Be sure to always watch our videos. Be sure to share our videos. Be sure to comment on our videos. Be sure to send me more mail. Be sure to send stickers. Go out there and paint. Get active. Get off your ass, because this is your life, your future. It's yours to grab and take control of. All right, guys, much appreciated. It was artprimo.com. GR, peace out.